Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our 7th Sea campaign. I am the Reverend Sarkon. I'll be your storyteller this evening. Last we left off with our crew of misfits. We opened up with everybody coming together at the tavern, and they saw that Frecky had some kind of shadow with him, but upon opening the door, there was nobody there. After describing what happened to him, he took everybody to the park, where they discussed different regional myths about the fair folk, like Carlos referring to them as duendes, which is literally translated from Spanish into dwarf. So it's a little slant definition, so it's not really fair folk. Carlos stepped around the tree to see it from a different angle, and he got to see that this husk looked like a hanging man, which resembled one of the tarot cards that they had in their possession. They decided to put a little their bottle of rum in the circle as an offering, and when they turned around, they saw that there was a gathering very similar to the Alice in Wonderland Tea Party. And after acknowledging them, they were brought down into said tea party, where they got to meet Mr. Moonsilver, and he became friends with Carlos, gave him his own piece of licorice, and then after revealing that he actually knows more than he lets on, he threw a tantrum and threw everybody back into the real world, and disappeared. But there's a good discussion going on about what was happening and what Balto's real name might be. And then after Carlos tried to sleep his way into a better morning, he woke up to find that the woman that he has been running from was in his bed. And after giving back the porcelain mask that belongs to her, she went through a portal with a associate named Sebastian. But the horses looked much more fit than they were the day before. And after having breakfast and discussing what to do, and seeing that the tarot cards were now blank, except for two that were showing a goblet and one that was showing a handbell, they were very reminiscent of the two artifacts that they had already found in their adventures. We got to see them going off and setting off on the road, which is where we're going to find this crew of misfits. There are, like I said, you are not alone on the road. There are easily a half dozen other carts and 2 or 3 dozen people on horseback or walking. The road to Fischler is trafficked, especially since Falk Fischner has decreed that everybody needs to go to the capital to required to assign themselves traveling papers to go north into the other Iron Kingdom. What is one thing that has drawn your attention on the road?
I would venture to say that One thing that is odd
Mhm.
is it is traffic, so there's a lot of conversation, a lot of different things happening back and forth.
Mhm.
But the moment that you step outside of that perimeter of everybody on this trafficked area, it becomes eerily quiet. It's almost as though you don't hear anything but the conversation. It's almost like you're in a, I don't want to say in a soundproof room, but it feels like
Mhm.
it's closed off to the point that voices are sounding louder than they normally would.
Mhm. What's something May has noticed about this portion of their travel?
Even though there's a lot of people on the road,
Mhm.
nobody's talking to each other. Even though there's a lot of noise, nothing's being said. It's these quiet whispers. No one's trying to make friends. And in Ison, once you realize you're all kind of going together, you kind of slowly start to band up, but that hasn't even happened.
There is a definite vibe of this is a war-torn people. The war has been over for at least a year now, but these are still ripples of that kind of distrust. You'll notice that there's the few whispers that you can catch, a few kind of chats that you can eavesdrop into. You'll notice there's a mix of people. Some of them are offended at having to go to Fischler to deal with, what could have been an easy trip. Now has almost doubled in length. Some are backing Falk Fischler's decision, especially given that this is going to make up for the lack of fishing going on, to try and make the lake recuperate from the overfishing that's been happening. And there's some tiny rumors. You hear it once, maybe a second time if you're lucky enough. But there's some disgruntled Ison who blame his relationship with his daughter falling apart to this whole situation unfolding. Has I know that Frecky's not from Ison, so he might not have heard of Katharina's forced betrothal to an Usuran line, like Zarin line. Has May did May ever hear anything about Katarina?
Whispers, rumors. Before the war, the usual update of how the different warehouses are moving around and what the Jarls are doing and what the people are trying to move in a mass. But being it's an arranged marriage, that's what May had. May understands that.
Mhm.
It's something you are expected to do to tie and bring in different families. It's a political marriage.
Mhm.
But you can always turn around, even though you're forced into it and you have no choice, you have a choice of how to make it. And May was one of the lucky ones where she had that discussion with her husband to make something of the marriage and try to make it the best that they could deal with instead of hating and resenting each other. But now that May knows so much more about her husband than she ever knew,
Mhm.
she even questions what she really knew about him and if he truly did love her.
Hmm.
Because of everything else he's been hiding from her.
Yep. Yeah. Frankie hasn't met anyone, right? Like he hasn't been betrothed. Like he doesn't have any family to throw him under the bus in that fashion, right? Like he's free to choose where he plants his pole, as it were. Ew.
Sow his seeds,
Mm-hmm.
if you will, tend his garden. Yes.
Yeah.
No, he honestly he has spent a good portion on sea or just working, doing orders, working missions, working like going from place to place. He like his kin don't he's traveling. He's not kind of person that wants to settle down. Uh so yeah, he has nobody waiting for him, nor do I think at this moment he even is looking for something like that. He's searching for something.
Mm-hmm.
And given everything that's happened to him, what's happened to, as far as what he saw, visage of his mother,
Mm-hmm.
what has happened to him physically, almost dying, and also the fact that what happened recently, which is seeing his father pass, or no, or confirm that his father has passed with what they saw on those tarot cards. At this moment, I think that's like he's not even thinking anywhere close to anybody. Like he's just like tunnel vision at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, women, no.
No.
Men, no.
Yep. Who do you think between the two of you? Because Carlos is dead asleep. He is knocked out in the back of the wagon. Which one of the two of you is the one that overhears a conversation about a new group?
Yeah. I'm I guess considering that I think that if we're both there,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. I would it just been one of us that overhears it? Maybe. Yeah.
Could be both of you. Like if one of you overhears it and kind of like brings it to the attention of the other one.
Yeah.
I'd say if we're letting the poor Castilian sleep,
Mhm.
I think it would be Frecky and I just sitting up in front, and there could be a conversation going on, and she'll kind of just nudge Frecky to kind of like go, listen to what's going on right now.
You'll
Yes.
notice that there is a group. It looks like it's a group of merchants, or like one merchant and his family, but they have an outsider because there's a familial resemblance to the kind of main four that are traveling together, but there's one who looks a little more stocky, not as tall as Frecky is, more squat, and the accent is definitely not Vestan. But they're talking, and you overhear the Eisen family, the patriarch, talking about how everything should turn out well once you get to Fischler, because it is the heart of a new organization that is trying to make Eisen a better place. And they're calling themselves the Drachenblut.
What do I know about the Drachenblut?
Very minimal. They're, aside from the fact that they're an organization that has maybe been around less than a couple of months, Their main goal that people are talking about is that they're trying to revitalize Eisen after the war.
How were they trying to revitalize Eisen after the war? That's the question.
They're just trying to make Eisen great again, man.
Oh. Kind of like some people I know that maybe have like a red hat on them.
Yeah.
With white letters.
But red scarves.
So is the outsider like a tinge of orange that we can tell from the camp?
No. This is not somebody that would side with the Drakenblut. It feels like this Eisen family with the merchant patriarch might be leaning towards supporting the Drakenblut. But the stranger definitely is more inquisitive than like, how do I sign up? He's just like, this seems altruistic to a very dangerous point.
Maybe probably quietly be listening to this and nodding her head like, this isn't good.
Mm-hmm.
As he's saying that, considering how everything do we start noticing other people chiming into this, like hearing into this conversation?
If you start kind of zeroing in on Drakenblut in particular, it's brought up once or twice over the day. It's not a big conversation piece. And it's not like somebody will be like, I heard you talking about this thing, and then they'll chime in. It's something like, the second somebody else overhears it, the tones hush. There's a little tinge of conspiracy.
Understood.
So they're not open about it. They're only talking to those they think they can sway.
Mm-hmm.
May's gonna note that.
Okay.
The travelers, the carriages that are next to us,
Mhm.
because I imagine everybody's pretty much like in close proximity to each other.
Yeah, everybody's giving them everybody else space on the road. So it's not like nobody wants to like sit there like sardines in the road. Like, there's enough road for everybody to share a kind of slot.
Okay.
But yeah, no, you're not on top of each other. Like, if you want to, you can create space.
Right. I just wanted to know if there's anybody to the sides of us, because
Probably some walkers that are power walking or slowing down to the point that you're overtaking them. Like, maybe somebody that's giving their horse a break from a full trot to like a small mosey.
I want to see about one of the people there. Well, I would imagine the person that's walking with their horse.
Sure.
And is this during the day or is this the evening time right now?
I'll say by the time that you pull somebody aside, it'll probably be like afternoon.
It's not really aside. It's more like we're still going.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't stopped.
Yeah, like in the morning, it's hard to talk to people because some people are eating breakfast while they walk, or some people are just kind of really trying not to be noticed by anybody. But by the afternoon, it's gotten to the point where you've intermingled enough that people are either sped up or slowed down enough for you to kind of just reach out and be like, "Hey, good day, sir," and get a good day back.
Yeah. Well, hello there. I see that you're giving your horse a little bit of a break from treading through this path.
The Eisen man looks up to you from the front, since you're on the cart. Yes, I have chosen to give him some rest.
Yeah, and it looks like we might have to do that for ours. And I actually look at our horses because I know, again, they looked a lot healthier.
Yeah.
The last time we saw them.
Yeah.
Like, are they acting as though that they don't need a rest?
They don't. It doesn't look like they're tired.
I'm very suspicious of this.
As you should be.
So, oh, forgive my manners. My name is Freki,
Ah,
and
it is pleasure. My name is Johan.
Johan. I wanted to ask. We're all. It looks like we're all going to the same place, and just wanted to know if you happen to see a lass that's roughly about under my shoulder height, fair blonde hair, a lot of herbs and flowers around her. She goes by the name of Marigold. I don't know if you might have seen somebody like that traveling here.
There was a girl yesterday that left that matches your description. Energetic, very lovely girl.
Does she still have that sword on her? Because I remember the sword now.
He nods like, yes, it is very difficult to forget.
And you said you saw her yesterday. That means she's no longer on this way here?
She left before we did, so if she is still on the road, she would be further up ahead.
Good to know. May, by chance, you mind if we can see about trying to corral our carriage to see if we can get further up ahead? I think the woman that I met yesterday is here. And might possibly can get some answers from her, considering what I went through and which we just saw today. Oh, what we saw earlier.
Miss Rains, I will take care of this. You go find her. I'll be fine. I've got Sleepy over here. It'll be fine. Go.
I
run
look
after her.
inside. I look inside the caravan, and I'm like, Romulus. I'm looking at
He has been staring out towards the back, does not turn around.
He'll just gently reach out to pet the dog's
Immediately turns around to look
back.
at you.
Come here, come. So she has a companion to sit with her. She's
Yeah.
taking care of the reins. She'll bring the dog
And
up.
he steps all over Carlos to get up into the front.
I'm sad.
and to kick his shin just for a little added measure. Just like, well, since he's being stepped on, kick.
Yeah, you know.
She'll just gently pat the dog's head, and if he wants to put his head on her shoulder, she's fine as she's continuing.
This is not a dog that puts its head on a shoulder. This is a dog that if it puts his head on you, it is taking up real estate.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know the wolfhound, but the thing
Yeah.
is that she's trying to show the dog formerly named whatever
Balto.
Balto.
that he is welcome to be in her space if he needs a little bit of a nappy time. He can lean on her.
And there's a moment where, like, he looks at your shoulder, he looks at you, he looks at Frecky,
Peanut.
and then when he looks back at you, he just brings his paw up and just puts it on your face.
No, bad Reese. Reese, take your foot. Look.
She'll say
No.
to him in Ison that she's being polite. She's not trying to guess his name, and she's giving him a chance to see what's going ahead of us. So be nice and polite. She'll say that nice and to the dog.
Yeah, no, he's not like shoving you. He just has it on your face,
Okay.
and then there's a very soft kind of like pat, and then one just drag of his sandpaper beans, and then he barks and sits down, just at attention.
She nods.
I scratch under his ears. And I go, look at me real quick. Okay. I'm gonna go up ahead. You stay here with May. And if anything, even if Carlos wakes up, just go ahead and bark for me. And I'll know to come back.
He barks.
Good. So I grab the shield,
Mhm.
place it on my back, and I just step off of the caravan, and I start like
You take 2
I
steps
literally will.
and Balto barks.
What is it, Bolt? What is it?
Looks at you.
Okay, so I walk. I just keep going.
2 more steps and he barks.
All right, and I give him a thumbs up. I'm like, good job, because obviously he heard nothing. Like, because why did I even bother? So just
Yep.
the whole idea is that as I'm weaving through, I want to be able to have conversations with people, see if I do the same thing I did with the other with Johan, or is it Johan?
Yeah, you are.
The other conversations, have conversations with them to see if I'm like on the right if people have seen this person, Marigold.
Oh yeah, and they point you forward, uh, and it gets to the point where you find her setting up a tent for the evening.
Ah, Marigold, evening.
Turns around and sees you. Oh, my large vested friend.
Yes, Frecky, large vested friend. Yes, I didn't realize that you were so far ahead of the convoy.
I'm not too far ahead. I didn't know you were measuring distances.
We said that we were going to run into each other again. I figured it would have been sooner than later.
Are you hunting me?
No, actually, I wanted to ask you something. Remember when I first met you, when we were in the circle of flowers that was by that uh, lightning stricken tree stump?
Yes.
Well, it seems that whoever you were providing offerings to, I looks like I may have met them.
The wee folk.
We folk. Yes, there was one that was a little. Most of them looked the same.
Don't be rude to them. They all have their own charms.
Quite right. Yes. What I mean to say is one stood out over the others because, yeah, he took a liking to me.
Oh, you said he.
Yes.
If it was she, I
He.
would have told you not to worry about it. It would work itself out. He's not temperamental in a home, as it were.
I see. I take it then you have a good idea of who I'm speaking of then.
Not at all. There are several he's in the old stories.
I look around, like I look around, and then I go into a random pocket in my like I take out. I open up my boot so there's a gap, and I put my hands in so that when I reveal it, it's
Yeah.
this black licorice that shows up. He gave this. He gave this to me that I may
Of his
call
own.
upon him for.
Oh, I see. So it wasn't a gift per se. This was
No.
exchanged for something.
No. Yes, I unfortunately I'm very not I have a very novice take on this lore and the dealings with the wee folk.
Good choice of words.
It seems I have made a deal to be his friend, which I have no idea what that means.
It could mean nothing, or it could mean everything. It depends on how he wishes to call your services into existence, to breathe them into
That's
his
the
world, as it were.
Yeah, see, that's the interesting thing. He has yet to ask me, but it seems as though he needs me to request a favor. It seems like he's waiting for me to request something from him before I, scratch his back, as it were.
Of course, that is the way
So,
of the people. They will shower you with gifts until you become complacent or acclimated to their presence, subtle as it is, invisible as it may be, until a dire circumstance comes and they take it away from you.
has there ever been someone that could revoke said deal?
Only someone older, stronger.
So you're saying I would need a wee folk that is much older and stronger to break this deal?
It would not break the deal per se. It would just beholden you to them instead. It's picking
But that
the
just sounds
devil
like
you wish to follow.
So there's no real way to end this deal until the deal has been concluded and satisfied on both ends.
Something would have to happen to incline this individual to relinquish the deal on their terms.
Have you dealt with any of them before? As
Yeah,
far as
since I've taken up the mantle, yes, I've had to deal with them.
so several then of these he's
3. I've dealt with 3 personally. The she's are much more open-minded.
I look around again because I just want to make sure that we're not being like there's no one in close. How about a name Moon Silver? I start giving her a description.
Yeah, and again, like him personally, you can't describe, but like everything about the air of him.
Yeah.
And she says, I've not met someone using the moniker of Moon Silver before. And you say you can't remember his details.
Yeah, it's like I know he was there, and it's like it's like there is a shell of someone, and it represents a memory, a portion of something that has happened that has become part of my memory. However, it looks as though the actual details are blotched, mixed in with each other. He does smell like tobacco, though.
There's a few that come to mind. Tobacco is distinct. I wonder. Licorice is odd. I have not seen someone use licorice before.
I'm only assuming I gave candy to him, so he provided candy to me. It's the only safe assumption I can make at this time.
Perhaps. It might be a symbol of a contradiction as to him offering sweets because of how acidic he might actually be.
And I'm going to go ahead and take a wild guess and assume that the name he gave me is not his true name.
Oh, no. No, they'll never give you their true name.
But if I was able to find his true name, would that be a way to remove said deal?
If you were to learn his true name, you could compel him to release you from the deal, yes.
It's good to know. I thank you. I understand that you're right now setting up for the night, and I do apologize for interrupting you.
No,
But
please.
but considering how gracious you have been, I offer you to have dinner with myself and my travel mate here, as well as with my dog, if you don't mind.
Sure. I had some jerky that I was going to partake in, but I would not mind some company.
Yeah. How's that sword treating you, by the way?
Still heavy.
Yeah. Well, if you ever need to learn how to shift weight in order to be able to, handle, I'll be more than happy to show you a couple things.
I understand. I appreciate you. She stops for a moment. She goes, I wonder if you do decide to call on this moon silver. She takes a piece of parchment and writes down a name. I dare not say this out loud in case he is listening, but I would try this. And she folds it up and hands it to you.
I thank you so much. I mean anything, even though this may be a long shot, it's still better than zero. I don't open it there. I just
Yeah.
I put it into my pocket. I find the pocket of where the licorice is, which is whatever pocket it is.
Correct.
Take it up. And since I have the licorice in my hand, I'll put the note, the parchment in one of the pockets while I have the licorice out. I go, if the licorice is here, it's not in one of those pockets.
Yeah. But while you're having this conversation, on the road, May, you will see that there's a couple of kids that you hear playing behind you. And you will see that there's this fur trader on the road. He was maybe 3 or 4 carts behind, but has now moved up. So he's right behind you. But you'll notice that the giggle turns to a shriek, and then there's a little bit of a laugh. But there's a little girl that is being chased by a young boy. And the first thing you'll see is this fluffy, furry cape that just kind of like bounces behind him as he's just kind of trotting behind her. But the stark image that grabs you is you hear a clacking, and you see that he actually has a mask that he's wearing that is a wolf skull.
She'll note it.
Mhm.
They're not her children, so she can't reprimand, and she can't really tell the boy not to do it because
Yep.
for charred ears behind me, I'm assuming those are his kids. She'll just steel herself
Mhm.
to bite her tongue.
And
Because any good Ison woman would have been like, go back to your father. You shouldn't be playing around with that. But
yeah, and you see that there's a moment where she just stops on a dime and turns around and pushes him back. And as he
Good on her.
yeah, she don't need no man. And as he
Well,
stumbles,
she doesn't need any man that's hurting her, but go on, please. I'm
correct.
sorry.
No, you're right. As he stumbles back, the skull kind of falls off of his head. The trapping of his cape comes undone, and he immediately starts to cry. But you'll notice that the cape and skull have landed in such a way that they look almost like how you imagine Balto when he's just kind of slumped on the ground. And the skull is pointing back towards the city you just left. But it almost looks like there's this orange pinprick of an ember in the eye closest to you.
An omen. I'm assuming. Something's going to burn.
Yeah, but you'll see a taller, maybe teenage young girl come over and just punch the top of this kid's head and just fucking reprimand him and start talking about how you don't chase your sister and you should be protecting your sister. But she picks up the cape and the skull and starts dragging him back towards the car by his ear. But you'll see that Frecky is off the road down ahead, talking to a young girl that kind of matches the description of the girl that he's been talking about. But
you found her.
She has this massive... It puts a Zweihander to shame, how massive this thing is. But it is a sword that is maybe 7 feet tall in total, from hilt to tip. And it's just kind of propped up against a tree, and she's created a tent by strapping some tarp, some kind of canvas. And you see that she's about to start a fire. And Kenny's kind of like in mid conversation. But Frecky, you'll see May coming up. You hear Balto bark.
Yes. Good job, Balto.
Yeah.
So there comes my group now. Yes, there's also a really funny sounding man. His name is Carlos, but I think he took a little too much of libations the other last night, so he's still recovering. Just wanted to give you a heads up there.
Oh, I appreciate it. I will try not to cast any judgments on him then.
Oh no, I do that all the time.
Oh,
so just look over.
Very well then.
So I go ahead and I go through the back as far as to find. I imagine I'll grab our, as far as the rations or the food that we have, just so that I place it out. If Marigold hasn't already created an area for a fire pit, I'm gonna start building that.
No, she was doing that while she was talking to you. And you'll see
I'll just
her. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that I'll just use the shield as well as one of the, like, I'll find an actual stone that's close by and use that as a flint, and literally just for sparks to start lighting the fire. Then.
Yeah, she sees you striking some flint against the edge of your shield, which is Draconizing. And she kind of tilts her head at you, and once you start to fire, she kind of smiles. I would have used some of my abilities to do that, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, my apologies. By the way, I did not know I have a Dragonizing shield. That's awesome.
Yeah, I remember you the edge of it is rimmed in.
Oh,
in
the
dragonite.
edge of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very, very little. But
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
I don't have that much money.
No.
Much money.
But I imagine that you are striking it against the edge of your shield.
Yeah, I mean, I would also imagine, considering that it's a strong piece of metal, that the Draconison would not be damaged
you don't
by
even
the
scratch it.
stone.
No, you don't scratch it
Yeah.
at all.
Oh,
The
my apologies, Marigold.
the marks that are made are more of like the destruction to the flint from you striking it against the Draconison.
I'm really liking this. It's like, see what happens when it connects with somebody.
Mhm.
Oh, by the way, this is May. This is May.
What's up her hand?
May. This is Marigold.
Good
This is
nubbin.
the lady, the woman. It's a woman I met that I told you about that I met yesterday.
Yeah, I remember. How you doing? Are you doing good, Fräulein?
It is a pleasure to meet you. Yes, thank you. Taking in the sights of your country.
It's yeah, it's a sight. That is for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I also have heard that your associate here has made friends with the wee folk.
Oh yeah, Mr. Something or another. Yeah.
Moonsilver, yes. Moonsilver.
We don't say names.
I don't think that's his real name.
Doesn't matter. It's a name he associates himself with. Yes, my friends decided to become friends with him.
Oh. So there's
I
more of
did
you that have
not.
become friends with him.
Just the two. I did not shake his hand.
And would this other associate of yours also be a man?
Yeah.
That explains everything.
Bath.
Anyway.
What? No. What do you mean this explains everything? Please, I'm curious. I don't know much about these V-folk.
It's not the wee folk that I'm referring to. Your
Then
associates are both cursed about what my people call idiocy.
oh, you mean unfortunately they were trying to chase common sense, and unfortunately they're faster than the common sense?
Correct. Yes, they've run headfirst into danger because their bravado did not open a parachute in time, as it were.
Understood.
Well, I am being insulted in the third party.
No.
They're not insulting you at all.
Not you personally.
No, that's how I feel. I'm being
Yeah.
insulted in third person. It's like
I know.
these guys.
And Marigold just looks at you and smiles like, not you personally or your associate, just, everyone that
And in general.
yeah, everyone that has a penis.
And I wouldn't insult you in third person. You know me better than I would insult you in first. I've told you off several times.
No.
I would never insult you without you actually knowing I was upset with you.
I feel like I need to start making food. And I just started grabbing. I grabbed the pot. I grabbed a pot, and I start getting the potatoes, and I'm peeling it now with a knife, just on the side, just like, But Marigold did tell me that she has dealt with the wee folk quite often enough that you know at least 3 of them. Is that right?
I've dealt with a few cases since assuming the mantle, and of the times that I've had to deal with them, I've encountered 3 in particular that I've had to coerce or charm into finding different patsies, as it were.
Forgive me, what is this mantle you have earned?
She just puts her hand on the sword.
Okay, so you were given a large weapon to To what?
I have taken on the mantle of an old knight, one of the first founders of the Glamour Isles, as it were, and as such, I have to carry on the legacy of said knight.
What
We
did
are,
the
we are
knight
said
stand for?
to come from the fair folk. And that's where our power comes from, so I've had to deal with them.
Well, if your power comes from them, that makes sense. So what is your, I suppose, a quest?
Correct. I think I might be here. The more I've dealt with you, the more I think that I might be here to deal with this moon silver.
Dealt with me. I'm sorry for it. I just met you. Have I done
No.
something?
Not saying I'm dealing with you, I'm dealing with him.
Okay. He is a very lovely individual.
And he is
just
far
at
from
times is-
home.
Yeah, you are correct. Very far from home. But a home I know of, so I know of his customs. Bit. My mother was a Western.
Your father must
I
have
might have
enjoyed
been.
that. And she smiles as she goes over to her sword.
She laughs.
Ah,
I would not assume to know what my father and my mother did in such things they enjoyed.
probably for the best.
Yeah, I don't need mind bleach. I'm good.
But you see her kind of unwrap a bit of her sword, and she puts her hand on the actual, like, naked blade. And she whispers something to it. And there's this tinge of green in the metal. And then she wraps the blade back up.
Take it the sword that you're carrying is more for. It's not for fighting. At least not for you, is it?
Oh, of course it is.
Also, she kept a big weapon on her back.
That is taller than she is. I can I see this Buster sword real quick? I'm just gonna.
And she smiles as she unwraps it from its protective cloth. And May will see it is this solid piece of metal. It has a fuller running down the middle of it. It goes down to just this wicked point. But it looks like it would require a monster of a man to pick this sword up, let alone wield it with any accuracy. The hilt is this beautiful piece of filigreed silver and gold. It has little accents of what looks to be sapphires running down the hilt until it gets to the pommel, which almost looks, without you getting close to it, it looks like there's some kind of animal head holding a actual sapphire. But if Reki tries to hold it, it is unwieldy.
I obviously have to use two hands to hold it up, if
Oh, yeah.
anything.
Oh yeah.
So I am not I am decent with a sword, but this feels like he's already feeling like that. This is. It feels like it's I'm carrying. It reminds me of Giggy a little bit, that I'm holding like Giggy in two hands is what it feels
Yep.
like.
Yeah, like you raise it up. You raise it up, and just bringing it up above, like where the blade is sitting above your shoulder, like it wants to come crashing down. And it's so hard to shift it over so that the flat of the blade lands on your shoulder and head. because it feels like just letting go of this will chop through an arm or a leg easily. But she claps as
Yeah,
she sees you holding it. You're a monster of a man.
I mean, to be quite honest, I can barely hold this weapon as is. When you use this weapon, are you holding it in a similar fashion?
Mm-hmm. She nods.
Please demonstrate. And I go and I turn, like I let the sword like turn off
Oh,
to the side.
it
And I
is
see,
a heavy thunk, and it digs its point almost to the fuller. And
okay, so this is like Guts from Berserk. This is what I feel like the sword is.
and she grabs the cloth and she drapes it over her shoulders like a scarf, but she wraps it all the way down to stuffing it into her gloves. And when she grabs the handle, you see her feet sink from the weight of the sword, but she pulls it up and just holds it like a knight. Just two hands up, and it's straight up. It does not waver, it does not shake or buckle her.
So as the with the fire going, you
Mhm.
can see that the flames, the actual light shining off of this Buster sword
Mhm.
that is being carried by what I can imagine is a woman nearly half my size. And I think this is what my family has said before about love at first sight.
Mhm.
Because it looks like it's effortless. It's like she's just holding it effortlessly.
Yeah. And when she brings it down
Yeah.
against the tree, it cleaves it straight down.
Causing a problem for the neighbors that are setting up their tent.
And it does scare some of the people that are nearby into moving just another 30 or 40 feet down the road. But when she's done, she unwraps the cloth and rewraps the blade.
I want to go ahead and apologize for assuming that you needed any help with this blade when I first met you, because I can see that you can handle big things on your own. Ayo, no, but
Hey,
I can see I can see you don't have an issue here. That was I I would shudder to think what would happen if I was on the other end of that blade. So I'm glad I'm on your side. And by the way,
It's
do you like mashed potatoes? Because that's the only thing I really know how to make. So I'm just there.
and she
The
just
potatoes have
I've
been
al-
boiled.
yeah she turns to look at May.
it's a beautiful sword. I love the filigree. I love the whole construction of it.
I I appreciate it, but I was hoping that you are actually someone that can do something other than mashed potatoes.
I have well, I can make I can make something. Just mashed potatoes now might be on the menu, but I will make something else. But I do like and
Alright.
appreciate the sword. I have not seen its like any
Hmm.
other, and I know a lot of swords.
It originated in the Glamour Isles, in Ismore, to be precise.
I've never heard of that place, but I appreciate the beauty. I don't get to see spectacular weaponry like that. And she will slowly move over to kind of get Ricky out of the
Yeah,
way to start making something.
but she smiles as she kind of like stands with you at the fire. It's very different from what I've seen of your land. Same kind of forests, not as dark or gloomy or frightening. Rolling hills, highlands. It's a home that I never knew I was going to miss until I left.
Sickness comes to us all. I might be Eisen, but I still miss my home.
Real quick, I look at, as I'm literally like scooping with just my hand
Mhm.
and like putting my hand down so that Balto can go ahead and just try it because he's actually
Yep.
the one that tastes the food for me to
Yep.
see if does does your sword have a name?
Not one that I've earned, unfortunately.
I see.
Just to finish a quest
And
to then get the name of the sword.
It's one of the quests that I have at my disposal. Yes. As of right now, the only thing that I've learned of its history is that it has killed the king before. So
is what do you know the name of the king that it
no,
killed?
no, unfortunately,
Maze cooking while we're
yeah.
talking.
Oh, it's still. But by the way, do you have a sensitivity or um are you sensitive when it comes to animals, or maybe you have a way that uh just like how you were with the wee folk, are you like that also with animals that you see, possibly a wolfhound that that is in our vicinity?
She looks at Balto and she just kind of like squats down and puts her hand out to him. But he stays next to you, eating the mashed potato off your hand.
I wipe my hand off and I'm like, Balto, this is Marigold.
He
He
barks.
doesn't like the name Balto. He doesn't like the name Balto. I've been trying to find out his name. I know it starts with an R, but so far I've gone through quite a bit of names from my from my humble abode, and it's not sticking.
I'm sure you'll find something appropriate.
Been trying now for 2 days.
Yes, I
Ever
have been
since
trying. I've gone through about a list of like 75 names.
after the man they met and shook hands with, um, he said that the bottle doesn't like his name. So he has been trying to find out Bottle's true name.
But you gave him the name Balto.
He did, yeah.
Yes, I did.
That's good enough for him then.
Apparently it's not good enough for him because he said he didn't like it. I don't know.
She claps.
I
She
look at
claps her
Balto.
hands at him. And she goes, "Come here." And he kind of looks up at you, and then he starts to pad
Give a
over
nod.
to her.
Yeah, I give a nod.
No. And she grabs him by the ears,
Oh,
and she goes, "You listen to me, you troublemaker. Your name was given to you. You're going to accept it." And you see that he's trying to pull himself free of her grip, but she doesn't budge. It's like a statue. She goes, "No, no. Tell me that you're going to accept this." And there's a little whine, and then the softest bark you've ever heard him utter. She goes, "Good dog," and lets him go, scratches the top of his head, and just pats him on his ass. And she stands up. "There you go. I guess I do have a way with animals."
um, right now Frankie is speechless. He's just like,
Yeah. The way that your mouth hangs open is exactly the way that Balto's mouth is hanging open. It's just the both of you are dumbfounded right now.
May is just passing out bowls of stew that she's just made.
No.
I literally grab the bowl and I'm just like, still my eyes are just.
Yeah, like Balto will like just bring his head down, like he's about to eat out of his bowl and just miss it entirely. Like he is just eyes on her. Gets a mouthful of dirt.
Oh, and I realize I have a little bit left. So
Yeah.
What exactly is your quest? If you don't mind us asking.
I have to kill a dragon.
Sorry, that's just me out of character.
Yeah.
It's a laugh. Kill dragon. Cool. Oh. Dragon.
I heard that this was one of the few places where they exist openly, so.
Wait. You're saying that dragons are, and I stop myself, I go, I mean, I've met the wolf mother at this point. I'm like, dragons should be around. And I'm like, but wait, why do you need to kill a dragon?
It is to prove myself to the blade.
Okay. Does the blade talk to you?
I wouldn't say the blade itself, but the hero that the blade represents has reached out to me in my dreams, yes.
Oh, well, please. And I sit, I'm like, dreams are very fascinating because it is, and I sit like crisscross applesauce.
Yeah.
I'm like, dreams are very interesting. I've had some recently pretty vivid.
I love how Frecky has turned into that one guy that the moment he sees like a chick he likes and she's like talking about crystals, he's like, oh yeah, amethyst, I rub that on my nipples. Like he's like, dreams?
I mean, he
love talking about dreams.
I mean,
never talked about dreams before today, bro.
I mean, we talked about, you asked if I ever had a betrothed before, and honestly, I've never felt need. Yeah, so it's like all of a sudden, one just happens to show up. Is it my the heart wants what the heart wants, sir. That's just it.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh God, somebody get out of this bad romance novel.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is
Red
all
flag
new
territory?
for Frecky too. This is all new for
God.
Frecky as well.
Yeah, right?
Ooh.
Yep.
All right, calm down. Calm down.
Oh, I'm so compensating. Funny,
Yeah.
I'm just dying inside.
I think I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to work that rubbing amethysts on my nipples line into a McStabber game.
I think you just, oh my God.
Well,
He's just watching this going, oh God.
Oh, you know who?
You
know who could do it? Seamus.
Well, he always washed his balls when he came, so sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, Seamus is the kind of guy that would rub amethyst against his nipples.
No. God, what a tremor.
So it was a really weird dream. I saw this person that looked human, but then was on all fours, like one bipedal, then all fours, like almost like a werewolf, and then started rubbing crystals all over his nipple.
Just super weird.
What do you think that means?
Yeah.
What do you think that means?
Like not just like the ones up here, like the ones on his belly too. Like he was really, really weird. But
you guys took it this way. You took it this far.
Sure. I fully accept it, bro. But she smiles and she says, I don't think that my dreams are the same as a regular person's dreams. I live out the past lives that my hero has taken after his demise. So it's less fun and informative and more tortured and eye-opening.
Oh, oh, I'm sorry that you have to deal with that.
Not your fault.
When you say past lives, is this something where that hero becomes part of you during this quest, or is this just something that lives in this sword?
The difficulty that comes with explaining the sorcery of the Glamour Isles to the uninitiated often is an undertaking, I've found. Every hero affects their chosen differently. It is a mantle. Everyone will speak of it as a mantle that we have taken up, something that rests on our shoulders. It's a task, it's a mission, it's a quest, and there's nothing easy that comes of it. And I have known of one that has sacrificed themselves to end their trajectory, as it were. And that set me on my own quest, and it reminded me that there's only one way out now that I've taken on this. And she just kind of gestures to everything. And for the first time, you see her actually sit down.
May will
And
offer
oh,
a hand to her, kind of like an I understand exactly what you said. You don't have to explain it to me.
Yeah. She squeezes your hand, but you see that she does kind of retreat into this bubble of self space. Um,
Mhm.
it's almost, I want to say that May recognizes this. Yeah, you've got empathy of two. This is the same kind of survivor's guilt that creeps up anytime that your husband is brought up or your kids are brought up.
Actually, I know exactly what's going on.
Yep.
So May's
Yeah.
kind of like, I'm here. I understand. You're not alone.
Yeah. But you both will hear children giggling. And down the road, you'll see that there's a puppet show that has been erected. One of the carts, one of the carriages has opened up into a puppet show, and they're doing those little marionette skits for the kids. Sounds like a typical ice and children story. Which one is it, May?
It's one where it's more. It's more of the Ison family tale of why family stays together. They're always stronger with family, understanding and explaining family ties, and why you should always listen to your mother and your father. But at the same time, it's not one of the darker stories. It's a happier story. It's a
Yep.
story that May would have told her children.
But you'll hear that, and you'll hear the clapping when the story comes to a close, and there's a little break as minstrels will come out, play, a violin and a little hand drum. But during the whole thing, like, Marigold is just lost in thoughts.
When they bring out the minstrels and whatnot, I'm assuming people will start to dance.
Mhm.
They will actually get up and join in the dancing for once. She hasn't done it in years.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the first time I ever see that. Just
Yeah.
I gesture over to Marigold. I understand if you need a moment alone
Thank
to
you.
your thoughts, of course, given everything. But um, if you ever need a moment of distraction, we're we're gonna be over there dancing,
Thank you.
or at least I will try to dance.
Yeah.
Then I will go.
And you'll see that Balto has crept over next to her, and she just absentmindedly just kind of like reaches out her hand and just puts it on top of his head. And there's that
I look over
slow
at
kind of.
Yeah. Good boy. Thank you, Balto. And I walk. Yeah, I really, it's not much of me dancing. I just never seen May dance. So I'm just more like, this is gonna be something. So
Right? But yeah, there's a couple of songs that are playing, and you see that some of the people are clapping along, and some of the parents are dancing with their kids. They go through one more children's story, and then they bring out the minstrels again. And as the minstrels are playing, some of the puppeteers will come out to the parents, and you'll see them kind of like talk to them for a moment. The parents nod, and then they start to remove the children.
where are these children going?
No, like, their parents are just taking their children away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is Minstrels After Dark. Got it.
Looks like it.
They will back off once you start taking the kids away. She'll be like, "Oh well."
Yeah. But once the kids have been removed from the vicinity, one of the puppeteers will just turn the puppet out towards the audience and just kind of bring its hand up to its mouth, and you just see it kind of shaking like a giggle. Now that the children are gone, we can get to the true stories of ice and history, yes? And you'll see that some of the people are now turning their attention away from the minstrels who are wrapping up and coming back around. And the music doesn't stop, it just becomes softer, an undertone of the narrative tool that's happening. And you'll see that the very colorful, very obvious marionettes have disappeared. Like, they've been put away. The marionettes that are now on full display, the backdrops that are being used are very different. If you are familiar with the Japanese puppetry of Bunraku, it is exactly like that. It is hyper detailed. They are almost frightening to look at. The uncanny valley is just on the wrong side of horror movie, but everyone is entranced by these dolls, and they start going through a story, and they you hear that one of the larger, fatter males is being referred to as Your Highness, and there's this young waifish girl that is crying about not wanting to leave home and how she didn't survive the horrors for her to be cast away. And there are key phrases that I think pull on May. Like the horrors, for instance. That's a very loaded phrase for Ison. There's only two real areas that the horrors are their most powerful: the forests, the Valds, or the mountains. The backdrop currently behind them is of a castle overlooking a mountain. And because May is Ison, she will know that Falk Fischler and his family earned their barony through the actions of his father and his older brother in the war. But he set up his home in the mountains, and only himself and his daughter survived an attack by the horrors. It changed them forever. And this looks like the story of what happened to cast Katerina out of Ison. And you'll see there's a change of scenery. A backdrop is pulled down or unfolded down, and it looks like this grand ballroom with a double door, and the violin slows to nothing, and there's the drum beat that almost sounds like a heart, that the thump. And then you hear just this soft scratching at the double doors. And then the thump, scratching. The violin suddenly shrieks to life, and the road melts away. You are standing with Frecky and a couple of other adults that were watching the show, and there is this grand ballroom around you, and everything has this touch of sepia, almost on the verge of becoming black and white, grayscale. But you hear that scratching at the door, and you hear thunder roll in the distance. And there's a confused murmuring that starts to kind of slither through the crowd.
Does this feel like does this, because we're seeing this as though we're in it, is what you're saying?
Oh yeah, like you are no longer on the road. Like you were pulled into the scene.
Can I tell where the source is coming from that's causing this? Or that I can feel that it's causing this?
It's strange because you still hear the violin, you still hear the drum. But there's that scratching at the door. And then from another door, you'll see what looks to be this guard. Very, very Eisen drab dressing. But it's not a human. It's a marionette. It's one of these bunraku puppets. But it just kind of comes out. It has that wobbly, inhuman walk to it, and it motions. And you hear a voice that isn't connected to the body, but it's just kind of ethereal. We must leave. The horrors are outside. We must leave. Come. And it kind of like wobble steps over to the door, and it has this like its hand does not have articulate fingers. Like it is just like that Ken doll hand, and it just come. We go.
Am I able? Is there a window or an opening like from the door
Oh yeah,
that you can see
you're
outside?
in a ballroom. Like you can see that there are these grand windows that overlook what looks to be a mountain range.
Or from the door itself, as far as the scratching, am I able? Is there like window pane or what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, like glow, like you have that blown glass that you have on windows so you can see like
Oh
an
no,
image. Also,
no, this looks like it is a main entrance or exit. It looks like it's fortified against incursion. Like looking around, this looks like the safest room that you've ever seen, honestly.
Maya, you're this is not the mashed potatoes, right? This you're seeing what I'm seeing.
Really? The mashed potatoes. That's what you're worried about right now.
Well, I mean, are you seeing what I'm seeing? If not, then I think something turned in my stomach that's causing this.
You think I give you poisoned food to give you this hallucination?
Well, I mean, I made
You're
the mashed
insulting my
potatoes.
cooking.
I mean, I made the mashed potatoes. I could have poisoned myself by accident. I'm making sure I didn't poison you.
No, because I changed the mashed potatoes while I made the stew.
You don't like my mashed potatoes?
I didn't say I didn't like your mashed potatoes. You took the mashed potatoes out to feed the dog. I then
didn't give
turned.
it all. Anyway,
Okay.
suffice to say, there.
Yes, I'm saying what I'm
You so
saying.
you so you see this puppet doll that's calling us to go
Yeah.
towards the door. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. I start walking over to that puppet because at this
The closer you
I'm
get, the more the details horrify you. Like it is almost like if Medusa's statues, like of her victims, were brought to life. But
okay.
they have the articulation in the wrist and the elbow of what looks like just that thin dowel on a swivel. The head, like there's no real neck, it's just another kind of swivel inside of the armor looking accoutrement that it has. And even how it's standing against the door, it has enough space between it and the wall behind it to accommodate where one of the puppeteers would be. But there's nothing behind it.
Yeah. What about everybody else that's there?
They're confused. There's a couple that are standing by the window. There's one that is kind of creeping towards the double doors. But there is another older gentleman who's kind of like crept around to the back of the guard and is just holding his mouth with his hands.
Hey, do you think this is some kind of sorcery that right now it seems to be innocuous, but You think this can start becoming a little bit malevolent. I
Malevolent.
can't even say it. Malevolent. Yeah. Malevolent. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Bad for us.
There you go. Big words, bro. Frankie's undermining.
May would actually turn around and look at this entire room to assess.
Okay.
It's
Where is
the best place?
like a dramatic sequence. So,
Oh boy, I don't think.
Boy.
What is everybody's approach to the scene going to be? And remember, with a dramatic sequence, you get one roll to last you the entire sequence.
Aw, that sucks.
So, choose wisely.
Well, since Frecky is not a big thinker, he's not going to. It's hard for him to pinpoint or be proactive as far as what is causing this. However, he would. The idea would be for him to either find or once notified of said source that's causing this to make it stop. Because if it does get to what he thinks it's going to get worse and it's going to start causing problems, then yeah, I would want. He's trying to figure out a way to stop this.
Okay.
Like
it sounds like that's going to be a notice roll then. So let's pair that with wits. What is May's approach going to be to this scene?
Well, I have to ask the question.
Sure.
Does this sound like a claw that she knows rather well going against a wooden door frame?
It has a very similar sound. It has that heaviness of a large animal claw. Something like Balto or bigger.
Because this then kicks into Survivor and PTSD. And she's immediately and plus, it's not just Frankie. There are several other people, which means she feels like she needs to make sure everyone gets out safe or try to find a place that she can find to put people in so that they can be safe.
Okay.
To avoid this whatever.
Okay.
So you know what? That actually fleshes out a little more of what Frecky would be more of a fit. Like, I know you said notice and wit. I think the whole, no, I'll just keep it the same way because the whole idea for him is that he's trying to de-escalate a possible situation with us, let alone anybody else together. So yeah, I'll keep it as.
Okay, well, de-escalation is very different to noticing. I think de-escalation is going to be more of a convince and panache.
So never mind. So I'm going to have 3 instead of 5.
4, because it's the first time you're using the skill in a scene.
Got you.
May will be notice and wits then. So that's 2 for notice, 3 for wits, is 5 plus 1 is 6 dice. Remember, you're looking for any sets of 10 or higher to make your raises for the risk.
Okay. I rolled a 10,
Okay, that's 1.
7 and a 3.
That's 2.
And an 8.
And I know I shouldn't ask, because I know what the answer is going to be. But do you want to sell that 8?
What would I get for this 8?
A hero point.
You know what? I'm gonna do it one time for you.
Thanks, man. That'll put me up at 6 danger points. You're a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah, because you already had 5. What else can we do?
Right,
What
no,
else
yeah.
You already have 5.
I'm just keeping them for a rainy day, bro.
Sure.
May, what are we looking at with your dice?
Looking at a 7 and a 3.
Okay, so that's 1.
0, 0.
That's 2 and 3.
And 4 and a 7.
And that'll be 4. Okay. So you have 4 raises. Frankie has 3, so you go first.
Oh boy.
I will say
I thought I only have 2.
2. That's true. Yeah, I thought that the 8 was paired with something else. So yeah, so May has 4, Frankie has 2. I will say that there is a complication worth 2 raises to prevent the thing at the door from coming in. Otherwise, you can use your raises to discover any kind of truth to the scene.
It's a complication.
So the complication is basically like in a dramatic sequence, there is always something, not always, but there might be a situation that, if left unattended, harms you. That's a complication. In this case, the complication is the thing trying to get into the door would get into the door. So I'm putting it at a bounty of 2 raises, and that can be paid by one person or it can be paid by either one of you in a combination. But if 2 raises aren't separated for just dealing with that complication, then whatever's outside is going to get in.
How many raises did you get?
I got 2. So if you want me to use both for just the door, or if you want to do 1 and 1, we could do that.
I got 4, so I'll pay the 2. Which means
Okay.
I have 2 left.
Yep. So you pay the 2 for the complication. That brings you down to 2. Frecky had 2, so both of you go at the same time moving forward. So who wants to go first between the 2 of you?
I'll let Frankie go first.
Yep.
Well, because what I'm doing is, yeah, I would want to go ahead and just use, I don't know how many raises it would be, but the idea is to find out who's causing this, so I can stop it.
Right. Well, you're trying to de-escalate it. Remember, so how
I'm trying to de-escalate it.
How are you choosing to take your raise to de-escalating it now that it's your turn?
I will find I'll get on top of a chair, any chair that's in this ballroom.
Yeah.
I'll just so that people can see me. Everybody, I get the confusion and plus the fact of how real this feels, but we know that this is just a story, is it not? Right, puppeteers?
You'll hear, excuse me, and a disembodied voice. Ooh. That one is becoming dangerous. Separate him from the others. So for one of your raises, you will have gathered everyone around you. So May has 2 raises. How did you use your notice to pay for the complication? What did you notice that helped you keep them outside?
With every ballroom,
Mhm.
even though they have a lock and they have the hinges, there's always buttons. There's always 2 locks. One's always done with the key. One's done with a button push. She doesn't have the key, but she can turn around, do both button pushes, and then turn around and lock both doors with the hinges that go down into the floor and up into the frame of the door.
Nope.
Deadbolts. Yeah, the deadbolts.
Yeah.
And then there's deadbolts on the side and one through the center.
The getting so close to the door, you'll actually hear the sniffing from the other side, and it sounds like when Balto is trying to find something. He's very like in and out, in and out, in and out, sharp.
May
And
turns
then there's that
very white.
just push out. But we are at your 2 raises, so what would you like to notice to help you get out of the situation?
With every story, there is always that one passage. Had that character known where that passage was, those people could escape and there would have been no problem. Usually in the ballroom, and May knows this because of the balls that she's been attending when she was younger.
Yeah. Balls.
Servants. Not those.
Oh,
Balls. Not those balls, but balls.
watch those.
Dancing events. And the servants would use hidden passageways to get around
Mhm.
to give people whatever they wanted, drinks, food, whatever. And normally those passages are not known by the horrors. There has to be a passageway that can get them out of here and out of whatever this marionette is trying to tell us, or whatever the story is going.
One of your raises is enough to notice a passage. It has been... The only reason you notice it is because it's been left ajar. It's a side wall. It's right behind one of the statues. There's enough clearance for somebody with a tray to come in and out. But you can see that instead of being flush with the wall, like, it is crept in.
He'll just go to this to Freke and the rest of them, and then just kind of go like this and point to the wall where the door is.
Right. So that brings us back to Frankie with your 1 raise. How would you like to de-escalate the situation?
We have found, as you can see, there is... What do you mean, shut up? As you can see, there is a passage. Follow me, everyone! And you see...
Yeah, and
I start walking over.
for your last raise, they will follow you to the gates of hell. May, for your last raise, how do you wanna notice something to help you?
I want to notice if there's any interference that would stop us from leaving. To thwart any stopping. Any attempt from
Inside the ballroom, no. Wherever the passage ends, however, you cannot be sure.
I mean, okay.
Yep.
Wee-oo.
No, we don't have
But yeah, the ballroom has been secured. Even when the last of you is through the passage, like, you'll see the marionette collapse. And you'll hear the sound. Like, it is heavy because it sounds like this giant is just scrambling to get in front of you. Like, it's just a heavy footfalls. And when you come out the other end, you are in a kitchen. The door to the backyard is open, and you will see that there is the slumped marionette of what looks to be a chef, but it has a cleaver in its hand, and you will see that one of the hands is, it almost looks like it's moving in a way that you imagine somebody's hand is slithering into position underneath the skin.
I no longer have any raises.
No,
Think
no,
that
because we are in an action sequence now.
Oh, great.
is there any way that as I'm seeing that going on,
Mhm.
because I had that last raise to go into the kitchen, if I'm able to see that, can she dive for the cleaver to grab it out of the chef's hand? Being that it's not actually active yet.
because it changes your approach, you don't have the raises to pay for that action.
Okay.
If you wanted to notice something to help you deal with it, you could use it for that.
Sure. Okay. I'll use it for that.
What do you notice?
Well, if I notice the marionette chef with the cleaver and
Mhm.
I'm seeing that hand, I'd say we all book it to get out. I mean, just run out the door, the door that's open.
Okay.
Run it, book it, move it.
Okay.
A lot of running, yelling, and
We're just
Schnell, Schnell. Yeah.
shoving people out.
The innocent will make it out of the kitchen, but as the two of you are heading towards the door, it slams shut. The life of this marionette is filled, like the whole body becomes, just kind of sits rigid upward, and it just turns towards the two of you. How would you like to approach this action sequence?
Well, first let me ask,
Sure.
does it look like the marionette is it look like it's still being um as though it's being held by the strings to be able to move?
No,
Or does it
remember, Bunraku marionettes don't have string. They have puppeteers that are actually inside of them.
Oh, that's okay. Got you. You're right.
So
Okay,
Yeah.
well, it's time.
Is this made of wood?
Looks like it.
Is the fire behind it real fire or just the fake fire?
It looks painted.
Fuck.
It gives a glow,
well.
but it looks painted.
Well, I want to go ahead and see what my Dragon Ice and Shield could do to wood.
Okay. So it's gonna be a weaponry and brawn roll from you.
Well,
So-
I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna do the whole Captain America.
You're gonna throw it?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it
Oh,
at the
that's
marionette.
aim then. That's aim and finesse. So you have an aim of 3, a finesse of 2, so that's 5 plus 1 die for being the first time you use it. Puts you at 6. What's May's approach going to be?
I'm looking. Hold on.
Okay.
And it's got the cleaver.
Yep.
I got a 9 and a 1.
Well, hold on, because I want to know.
Two.
I want to know what May's approach is going to be, because I might
Oh.
use that danger point that you gave me.
It's got the cleaver. Fuck it. I'm gonna do Revenant Venom on my swords, and I'll attack.
Okay, so you're gonna attack with a weapon, so it's gonna be weaponry and brawn. So it's gonna be weaponry 3, brawn 2 is 5, plus 1 is 6. And I will use a danger point just to go first. Okay, so Frecky, what did you get?
I got 3 10s.
Okay, so that's three raises.
A 7, a 2, and a 1.
So that's 4 total. You don't have anything extra?
No, it's all 6 die.
Okay. So 4 for Frankie. May, what'd you get?
2 10s,
Okay, so that's 2 raises.
a 7 and a 9,
That's 3.
and this 6 and an 8.
Okay, yeah. Now I see why you use that. So that's 4 for you as well. Okay. Yeah. So it's gonna go first. And
First.
it cost me a danger point, but I think it's worth it. So, Frecky, it lunges at you, and there's this wild windmill of steel and wood. Do you want to use any of your raises defensively to lower the amount of damage that's coming at you? Or do you want to use them all for attacking?
No, I want to see how much damage this marionette can do. So, let's see.
It is doing 8 damage.
Nice. I have 2 dramatic wounds, but no superficial wounds, but 2 dramatic wounds. So
I think you've healed one of them. Because the next
I'll go
day.
with that. So
Oh,
okay. So 1 dramatic wound. So 8. Okay, so 8 wounds.
Yeah, so that'll give you the 4 to fill up towards that first dramatic wound, and then the next 4. So you are still at 1 dramatic wound.
Okay.
Just barely.
That's fine. I get to feel this. I get to now assess how dangerous this situation really is.
May, to use your poultice will cost you 1 of your raises. So do you still wanna use your unguent?
Sure, it's poison.
Okay.
And you took a danger for it, so yeah.
Alright, so that'll bring you down to 3. So Frecky, you're at 4. What do you want to do?
Wait, well, but in order for May to attack, it would be. Are you attacking right now? Is that the idea?
So I use a danger point to have the monster act first.
Okay.
So then it defaults back to the original way that the initiative is, which is highest raises goes first. May, I chose to go with May first because I gave her the option of having whether she wanted to attack right out the gate or use one of her unguents like she said she wanted to do, but that would cost her 1 of her raises. Okay. So because she used the raise to use the unguent, you are now default the first one to go because you have 4 raises.
Okay, since the marionette lunged at me, I want to go ahead and step off to the side so that I can get in between the marionette and May. So I'm in between them just to make sure that it still focuses on me instead of. And then while doing that, I'm going to Captain America my shield, see if I can. Even though it doesn't have a neck, I'm going to try to get into the gap that's right here.
Yep. So you throw it, and it hits, and then kind of bounces off and wobbles into a corner of the kitchen. How many of your raises do you want to use for damage?
Well, let me ask you: am I able to figure how many raises would it be if I was able to throw it and somehow have it done in a way where it comes back towards me?
It would be difficult to have it come back towards you, but you could set it up so that it bounces. You can pay a raise to have it bounce back towards you.
Okay, so I'll do that.
Okay.
To have it. So in other words, it's bouncing back to my direction because the idea. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll work
So,
with that.
any extra raises to damage because you've used one to attack and one to catch.
I'll use I'll add the rest of it to it.
Okay. So that puts you at 0. May, you have 3 raises. You've seen Frecky throw his shield at it. It has hit it, bounced upward against the ceiling, and now bounced back towards him.
Being that this marionette's distracted slightly, I will Black Widow it, going from behind and going right into stab down into it.
Okay.
And then hopefully between the 3rd or 4th rib, try to get right at that heart because this thing needs to die.
How much damage does your poison do?
Give me a second. I do not have that. I had it up and then I went to go look for something else, which was a mistake.
Let's see.
Oh, there you are. Potent venom. When the weapon is next drawn, 1 round of all wounds are dealt to an undead monster are doubled.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I don't have any dragonized weapons, so we're good.
Right. So you're going to be doing 1 point of damage. How many do you want to put any raises to extra damage, or do you want to hold on to them?
Let's do at least. I did 1 already, so let's throw 2 in there and leave me 1 spare.
Okay. So Frecky did 3, and May did 2. No, you did 3 extra, so it did 3 points to it. Okay. It is going to attack May. So it swings around and just hurricane spins.
Spin to win.
Yeah, but it just finds purchase. 8 points of damage.
Yeah, okay. Go.
So minus the 1 that you saved puts you at 7.
Nice.
So it's going to be 6 regular, 1 dramatic.
Nice. Okie dokie.
Yep. Second round, what is going to be your approaches this time? Frecky has used aim already. Frecky has used their aiming, and May has used weaponry. So, if you want to get an extra dice, you want to use something that you haven't used.
Yeah. I'm gonna literally bear hug it to German suplex, ice and suplex this thing.
Okay. That sounds like a brawl check to me. So brawl and brawn. Be like 2 and 3 is 5 plus 1 because you haven't used brawl before is 6 points. 6 dice for this roll. Mate.
I'm actually following his lead on this one because I have a 3 in finesse and a 3 in brawl, and I you know what? Somehow I picked up. I'm gonna say we got brass knuckles somewhere.
Brass
if that's
knuckles
even a part of the
still,
game.
they're weaponry.
Yeah. Oh, okay. No, then we'll just do plain brawl and finesse, and we're just gonna punch him from behind while Frankie's suplexing him.
Okay. Well, that'll be brawl and brawn. So it's going to be 3 and 2 is 5 plus 1 because you haven't used brawl is 6.
Okay.
Oh, it's 6 die.
Yeah. I will also use a danger point to make your raises count only on 15s.
You fuck. Okay.
So you're looking for sets of 15 now.
You know, bro. Son of a bitch.
So you gave me danger points. I'm gonna use them.
Oh, you know what?
You know
what?
danger points, sir.
Well, you know what? It's on me. Now you know that you'll never get another one from me.
You say that.
You didn't learn the first time?
What do you mean first time? He never used it. I've never given it to him.
You've given me
He's
before.
used the-
You've given me before.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
I've
You've been
let
playing
you.
this
I've
game
let.
now for
I've
like
let
over a
you.
year, my dude.
I've done Bar Sark, so I've allowed you to take my turn.
Right. No, I know
don't-
that, but you've let me buy one of your dice before.
Let's see. Okay, so I got. So since this is 15, I got a 10 and a 5,
That's 1.
10 and an 8,
That's 2.
and 9 and a 6.
That's 3. Hold on. You have 1 dramatic wound, so don't you get an extra die?
Yeah, but that won't mean anything if I got 3.
Right, but you can sell that to me.
Well, what if we just talk about? What if we just here? Let me roll it. I'm not selling you my 3. It's a 3. I'm not selling it to you.
Wait, if I have a dramatic wound, I get an extra die too, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Sweetness. So rolling.
Yeah. Let me. Is this it? No.
Oh, thank my God.
I had the character
kinda,
sheet
sorta, not
somewhere.
really.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I must have moved it when I picked up my Book of Nod for my vampire game. What?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No. So how many did May get? Frankie got 2.
3.
Thank you, extra
3.
die. I got a 6 and a 9,
That's 1.
a 10 and a 6,
That's 2.
and I want to thank the extra die. So I got a 4, a 5, and a 10.
Yeah. I mean, the 10 and the 5 is enough. Do you want to sell the 4?
Fuck no.
Jesus Christ, bro. You people.
You
You
people.
absolutely insane.
Okay, so both of you got 3.
I love how
Harder,
he's
not
just.
harder.
I love how he's just. I love how he goes. You're being so upset that we're not giving it to you after what you just did to us.
What's funny is that
And it's only a flesh wound, guys.
What's funny is that I wait like 2 or 3 episodes until I like really push for you to sell me a die, and then I immediately use it because I know that if I use it after some time has passed, you will never let me get another die. But if I use it right away, by the time I ask you again, like in earnest, be like, hey, do you want to sell your die for a hero point? You'll be like, you know what? Yeah, you can have a hero point. You can have a die.
That's Kenny. You got Kenny down to a fucking T.
Right.
Through the last episodes and see how many times I've actually given you the goddamn dice.
Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. You'll see.
I will, sir.
Yeah. I started the game with 3 because there's 3 of you.
Yes.
I've used 2 that I know of, at least, not counting the 2 that I've used today, and I was at 5. So that tells you who has sold me dice. I think
Not me.
Rurik might have sold me a die or 2.
I think he did.
But yeah, I don't know why Junie doesn't want to sell me any dice, bro.
Oh,
It's
I
part
had
of the game.
absolutely. Are you
Part of the
kidding
game.
me?
It's a mechanic.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 2 of you get to go first, because I want to hold on to the danger points that I have accrued so far.
Yes, you do.
You do that.
So I don't want him to go first.
That's because you only have 5.
I have 4
No,
left.
he has 4 now.
I have 4
Oh,
left.
4. Oh.
Yeah, he wants
And-
to hold that for when we meet the Wolf Mother. He's like, all right, now these 4.
Oh, fuck.
You better believe I'm gonna use like 2 at least on the Wolf Mother fight when you get there. I hope to have like at least 6 or 7 danger points by then, though.
God damn, no. I hope
Well,
not.
that
Oh,
just means that you're gonna have to get another player to come in and
Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mhm. That's it.
I'm pretty sure I know an Ellis that would like to run around and sell me all of his extra dice.
Only if he came in with the Airwolf theme song on a helicopter.
Obviously, just a minstrel band playing the Airwolf theme. With accordion. a little dulcimer. You don't even know.
Wait, how many dice
Harry,
did
you
you get?
traitor!
You don't even know.
May, how many dice did you get?
Me?
Yeah, how many raises did you get?
3.
I got 3.
You both got 3.
3. All right, so
Go
you go
first.
first. You tell me.
No, you're suplexing him.
No, the idea is you stab or whatever you're doing, and I will suplex then after.
No, if I want you to suplex him because then I can go in because I'm brawling as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I followed your lead.
She's throwing haymakers.
I'm throwing hands, man.
Well, let's switch this up. It's going to be a belly to the back suplex. I'm just going to go from underneath him.
Okay.
Just the idea is just to lift him off and land and have him land.
Oh
head,
yeah, full on
head
Zangief,
first.
bro.
Yeah.
Spinning everything. You just.
I am the Red Cyclone.
Yep. So how many of your raises do you want to throw into this? Because it's going to take
one raise to do it, right?
It's going to take 1 to do it, and that does 1 point of damage. Every other
No,
raise.
I'm here for I'm here all for nothing. So yes. So
Okay.
let's go with all 3.
So 3 more damage to this thing. There's a heavy crunch when it lands. And you see that there are just cracks all through it. And it wobbles as it gets back up and just kind of like locks eyes with May.
You're wobbling and cracking. She's gonna exploit those cracks.
Okay. So
And I'll use 2 of my 3.
So 1 is all you need to connect with a punch, and it'll do 1 point of damage. So you're going to use 1 more.
Yeah, I'll use 1 more.
Okay, so that's going to be 2 points of damage. Yeah, there is this hole in its face where a chunk just falls out of it. And instead of the nothing that you've seen between the joints, you actually will see the musculature of the face, like the cheek muscles, the muscles that move the mouth up and down. Even though this thing doesn't have the mouth actually like drawn in, you will see that there's musculature underneath, and it screeches. I think it'll do its 8 damage to Frankie.
Good.
So
that is
like 1 puts you at your 2nd dramatic wound. 4 more puts you at 5. 6 is your 3rd dramatic wound. And then 2 more after that. So you're at...
Yep. I have 16 wounds, 3 dramatic wounds.
No. You have... Remember, because the dramatic wounds count as in between, so you would have...
So every 5th wound. So every 5th wound.
Yeah, 4, and 4 is 12. 14 regular wounds and 3 dramatic wounds. A normal person would be unhappy and about to die.
Me, on the other hand, am ecstatic.
Yep, you are right where you want to be.
Yep.
Because 10's explode now for you.
It's not only
Yeah,
that.
they do.
At 3 dramatic.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna let May do, because she still has 1 more raise.
Yeah, I mean, if she uses it to punch, it's going to be 1 more point of damage.
Yeah. Go for it. Well, I don't know. I mean,
because
I
if
feel
you
that
were
this
saving
is
it
not
to
the
be,
only
if you're
thing.
saving it to be defensive, then it's gone, and we move on to the next round. So what's your...
Well, I said, yeah, no. If I see that, I'll hit him again. Because he threw it over to Frankie. I was saving it to defend, but if he hit Frankie, then I'll hit him right back.
Okay.
Again.
I will let it slide this time. But if you do save for defense. Once the monsters go, the turn technically ends.
Okay, got you.
So, what's your approach for this last round? Because I don't think it's gonna survive another fucking suplex.
I honestly believe that May should find, because this can't be the last. There's got to be, this came from something. So I know what I'm gonna do, which is obliterate this thing. I hope that whatever happens afterwards, we can get some answers.
All right. So, how do you wanna approach it though?
Oh, I'm gonna rip its arms off.
Okay, so another brawl.
But yeah, I'll do another brawl.
Okay, so that'll be 5 dice because you've used brawl already.
That's correct. Is he gonna use another danger dice to make this 15s?
No. You do get that 1 extra die because of your first traumatic wound, though. So you're up at 6 again.
Okay.
And 10s explode. Remember that. So what is May's approach going to be? You've used brawl. You've used weaponry.
If he's gonna brawl, is there anywhere where I could turn around and here's, I'm not sure if this is finesse and athletics or this would be a brawl and brawn. Where I could turn around and grapple him with my legs, at least around his hi, Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Do a thing of jumping up on him and squeezing my legs to try and get him down, so it will somehow pin him like a wrestling move.
Yeah.
So that Frankie could get a better jump.
Yeah, that'll be brawl and brawn again. Okay. So you'll be at 5. No bonus from first time use, but there is a bonus D10 from your first traumatic wound. So you're up at 6 dice.
Nice.
All right, Frankie.
Reason why I asked.
Nope.
So
are we still 15?
No, it's back to 10. I'm not.
Okay.
So a 10.
Okay.
9 and a 6.
That's 2.
8 and a 3.
It's 3.
You said 10s explode, so that's 4. And I have a 9.
You want to sell that 9?
No. Just, I want you to look at the 9. Look at it. Look at it as it goes away.
I'm okay.
As it disappears.
So 4 raises?
Yeah.
Wow. What did May get?
I got a 4 and a 6.
That's 1.
An 8 and a 5.
That's 2.
I got a 10.
That's 3.
And a 7.
Do you want to sell your 7?
Thank you. Appreciate you asking.
They built these
I'm
mechanics.
gonna say no to this.
They built these mechanics into the game, bro, and you just spit in their face. What would John Wick say about this, bro?
So
good job.
May's approach to this is to hold down the marionette.
To climb onto its back and fucking rip it apart from gravity. But Frankie goes first. Frankie got 4. So how are you using your raw power?
What I'm going to do is I will literally arm. I put my left foot onto its chest.
Yep.
And I just fall back so that I'm pulling down as I'm doing that. On top of that, I'm gonna use taking you with me and spend that hero point so that it adds an additional amount of damage equal to my dramatic wound. So that's an additional 3 on top of whatever I'm doing.
Yeah, so it's 1 to do your action and do your 1 point of damage. Your hero point gives you 3 more, so you have 4 damage. You have 3 raises left over.
I wonder what I'm going to use that for.
You're going to go full ham?
Yeah, full ham.
So 7 wounds in 1 go. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's gonna. You hear the first pop, and there's a sadistic glee that I think comes over Frecky for a moment, and then the second pop, and May will fall back with this husk on top of her. But the scene will wash away. You are back in the caravan, like on the road, and you will see that Marigold is standing on top of what looks to be a half man, like down the line, like from his head down to his groin, just a half man and a half wolf creature. And this is what we're going to call it for tonight.
Of
Aw,
a
man.
whore bag.
So,
God damn.
thank you guys for coming back for this. You got some
God damn
combat.
it.
You got to work out your demons, relieve some
I was
stress.
waiting for you to go. So you rip off his arms, the scene ends, and all of a sudden you're back and you have 2 human arms in your hands.
No.
You killed somebody. Great.
You murdered somebody. No, I'm not going to be
You
mean to you.
murdered someone.
But thank you guys for coming back. I hope that this has shed some light on what's happening, on the mysteries at hand, or at least opened it up even more for threads to be pulled. As always, let me give you guys a chance to plug whatever you're into. We'll start with you, May. What are you up to? Where can we find you online if you want to be found?
Find me over here. Tuesdays and Thursdays, every other Tuesdays and Thursdays, because I'm doing Cyan and this. Anything that Will throws at me on the weekends that may or may not be, a 2-shot. Otherwise, you'll see me on my show. Well, I have a show. You'll see me on my channel. I know, right? Where I make and I create things. I just finished this one today. It's a whiter.
Nice.
Thank you. And you can actually see your dice and they come out. You just have to finagle the bottom at times. Why? Because we always finagle the bottom. There you are for you 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
And a wider mouth.
Always.
There you go.
Yeah.
I crochet things because choking yarn makes me happy. Otherwise, you will see me at some time over the McStabbers, possibly on Friday nights at some point, where I'm going to be playing a undetermined character just yet. We're doing Session 0 tomorrow. And you'll see me Saturdays actually storytelling, which is scary and fun all at the same time. They're actually
You got good people.
Oh, I know I got good people. I'm just surprised that they're actually letting me do this for a second season.
Yeah, look at you. That's how I'm gonna feel when I come back from Age. Frankie, what are you up to? Where can we find you online if you want to be found?
You can find my personal social media, Mr. _ with the underscore in between each word. Currently finishing up Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Nice.
I have also gotten the magic bug again, but this time I'm playing on Magic Arena. So if you want to throw down on Magic the Gathering, you can find me as Mr. _ with the underscore in between each word there as well. You might also see some of my highlights on Crit or Die Bears Love Gaming on that channel on TikTok. If not, you see me here as a pirate. I'm also a vampire. I have been a werewolf. I've also been a bird, and just recently I've also been an alien that is as an alien as been best described as a Klingon light is what was told to me.
Die Klingon. That's right.
But yeah, so you can catch me here at Ravnos Archon.
Are you posting? Are you going to be posting more Critter Dice? I saw that you guys got some bears together on the Instagrams.
Oh yeah,
you were playing some board games.
We might have.
Okay, because I wasn't invited to this.
This was a Gloomhaven group that I got, but that's one of those things. It's again distraction. Also hello to my parents.
Hey, thanks for joining us as always. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you to the audience who came along with us for the ride. It's been a fun little romp going through the Eisen backgrounds. As always, we take mental health on the channel very serious. So please, if you feel like you need help and you're watching live, please know there are phone numbers going up so you can reach out and get some help. There are people out there who are trained to help you, who want to help you. And all it takes is that first step. So please know that there are resources out there for you. Please use them while we're still available. If you're in the United States, like most of us are, Shit is rough. But if it does end up getting borked, you can always go to findthehelpline.com. That link is in the Twitch chat. It'll be in the description box as well for if you're watching on YouTube later. But just know that there are ways to find resources to help you. You are not alone. You are not an island, and there are people out there who want to help you. And there are those of us that want to see you around. You know, games are more fun when all friends are involved. So please take care of yourselves. As always, we have Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition on Mondays, Werewolf the Wild West or Scion 1st edition on Tuesdays, and like you saw tonight, 7th and Legend of the Five Rings 4th edition on Thursdays. You can catch me over on Wednesdays at McStabber Studios as I've infiltrated all of their World of Darkness splats. And I have shown up once in Chicago Hidden City on Saturdays. We'll see if I can pop in again at some point, and we'll see what happens with the new Friday game. I'm looking forward to seeing what clans there are, and whether or not there are going to be 3 Toreador like that has been hinted at, because I think that's going to be fucking ridiculous. But please take care of yourselves, be safe, and we will see you when we see you. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.